Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Athena. I also run AMG Plans on Instagram. And this is basically me catching up with the end of May, beginning of June, figuring out where do I go in June and how I've been doing for May. So I'm going to let you know that yesterday I was so excited because I hit 40,000 words. A lot of people who are very serious about NaNoWriMo, even the 2 Camp NaNoWriMos that we have during the year, they hit that before it's like the week before it's even up, if not sooner. And I hit it started at the end of November, so I'm going to say December was a full month. So 6 months? Yeah, so I hit it in 6 months. That was with taking a month off, not writing steadily. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my daughter is fresh out of preschool. We also, in that 6 months, working on, well, we had moved already. We had moved here, but it was just, there was a lot of stress that was going on, basically. So we didn't really get the house how we wanted it until February. I'm gonna say February. So I didn't get my desk up until then. It was a stressful mess. I'm glad that I got it all. I'm glad I got to 40,000 words. I am not done yet with it, obviously. I feel like it's kind of in the middle. Things are gonna go by a little bit quicker now. I'm actually looking at it while I'm talking to you. But I feel that things are gonna go a little bit quicker now that I'm gonna have less people in it. It's not because they died, it's because they got eliminated. And my goal for the whole year is which is the next 6 months, since it's gonna be June. So my goal for the whole year is to get it done. What that means is to get my 0 draft done. I'm not going to go back and edit anything until it's done. I had actually printed out some pages just to read over to see how it was going, and it was alright. I had just minor fixes, like with spelling. I need to redo a name, things like that. I realized afterwards, later in the story, about 33 pages in, if that, maybe 32, that I needed to add a couple of things in there that will kind of help tie everything in. And yeah, other than that, my goal is to have the 0 draft done by the end of the year. If I finish it next month or the month after, then I can start, then I'll print it out and I will edit it. I'll start going about what I need to do for that. The thought in mind is by the end of next year or the year after that, at some point, I will either be working on querying to get it published, or I will be self-publishing. So we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited about either way that it takes, but right now I'm just working on writing because I was watching so many YouTubers who were talking about who are in the stages of either they're past editing and now they're querying, or they're working on how to basically set up their own thing to be self-published. And it was really, there was a lot going on in my head then, and it was something I just needed to leave alone. I am not there yet. I don't need to be thinking about that yet. So I'm watching my computer because or my printer, the light goes off right here, and my camera focus is funny every so often, and that's what I'm seeing, is it going like that. Anyway, where I started this month was at 27,888 words, and right now I am at 40,332. That is 12,444 words. That's a lot for me to write in a month. Now, I did have, ow, goodness, I had a thing on my leg that, I'm a picker, it happens. Anyway, now with, I had a loose goal of writing 500 words a day, or 15,500 a month with weekends, so that was 31 days that I would have been writing. And without weekends factored in, because we had a lot to do on the weekends. We went to see my parents every weekend. A lot of things happened, especially at the end of this month, where we went to go see my parents. My husband and I went on a date, because we live in an itty bitty town and nobody's really here to watch a kid or a dog. Anyway, we did all those things. We were gone during the weekend, and then my daughter got out of school on the 23rd, which was last Thursday. I'm still surviving, by the way, even though I'm obnoxiously tired. So that's kind of how things are going. I've got 12 more weeks. 13, 12, I'm not sure. Either way, August 14th is whenever she goes back to school. I'm not counting down at all. Now I do have a lot of things planned for her for June. And I don't know, oh, I do know. So let me pause this, and then I will show you my desk, my whole desk situation. I keep track in here, and this is my happy planner. This is, June, this is what we'll get at. But basically, this is where the main stuff happens, where it's my catch-all planner. We're not doing anything too in-depth right now. If you'd like to know more about it, I've got other videos. I'll link up my latest one up here so that you can see what's going on. I also track it in here. Look at how sparkly that is. And so I don't really put much in here. As you can tell, it's mostly blank. But this is where I keep my word count. So if I'm doing sprints like this, then I'll put down the words. I didn't do that yesterday, mostly because I was so excited that I had hit 40,000. And what I normally do is I'll type it out and it'll be color-coded in one, and then I'll type it out and it'll be color-coded in another, and every sprint is a different color. I just put it all in one color and went, oh crap, that wasn't the best idea. I just said screw it, that was it. So that's what I hit, and I'm really excited about it. I did set down dates for next month, but on top of that, I really don't have anything else, just because I didn't write today. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow, but if the number, if the number is bigger, then I don't really want to, I don't want to put down another number. That's what I did right here and ended up writing. So this is, let me see if I can, alright, cool. So at least you can kind of see my numbers. I had pretty much let go of this because if I was filling it in here, then I would have filled it in here, which I was already filling it in here too, so that was just a little too much. The redundancies were starting to hurt. Let me get you to where I've got the word count over here, and it's in 500 segments. So you have every line of dots is a segment, basically, or is 500. And then I did it to 31 here. Put the weekends were in gray. My daughter got out of school on the 23rd. So yeah, as you can see, the days that I didn't write, there were obviously a big chunk of time that I didn't write. That's why I gave myself a year to get this done. I knew that there were going to be days when I didn't want to write, and I didn't want to feel bad about it. I already gave myself the 500 words a day, and if I didn't do it, then I didn't do it. I'm not going to make myself write whenever I don't want to write, because I know that whenever I go back and edit it, it's going to be horrible. So this And I'm not going to put it on here yet, but at least you guys will be able to see what June is. So, I haven't put down the numbers down here yet, just because I don't know what my starting number is going to be. I put that there, and yeah, the yellow weekdays are whenever my daughter's at the rec center from 8 until 12, and she will only be doing that for June and then July somewhere. I don't know where that's at. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So in July, there's something at the library that's public reading and activities and stuff like that. So we will go there Tuesdays at 10, so at least I'll get a little bit of free time. Right now, here, let me zoom you out. Ooh, and not do that. Okay, so right now I'm kind of working on when I will have free time to actually sit down and write. I was really surprised yesterday whenever I got to this number, because my daughter and I were watching a movie. So she was watching a movie and that was in the background. I was in the living room with her, and I'm surprised that I got that many words. So yeah, that's kind of how that is. So let me flip you back around. Alright, so what are my goals for June? Well, to write more, obviously. Sorry, had to move. So do I want to... I have a lot of questions to ask myself. I really like where I'm at. Let me get out my cheat sheet here. So there are going to be at least 2, so that's 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 7 that will be there. I need to, in the time that I have for June, I would like to be almost done with this book, to tell you the truth. I would like to have it... I know that in the end, after it's all done, after it's edited, after I figure out what I'm going to do after the editing and all that mess, I'd like for it to be around 70,000 words. So that's 30,000 more words. Granted, a lot in this part was mostly the build-up, and now we're really getting into, without giving too much away, we're really into eliminating people at the moment. So we're 11 altogether. 2 have already left. There will be 2 more soon, within a couple of pages, basically, that are going to go. So that's 7. And as you can tell, being a pantser and getting to this point to where I set goals for myself is kind of hard, because I don't want to write down an elimination for somebody and then have it not go that way, or have to try to feel like I need to push it towards that way. I already know basically the ending for this book. I plan on doing other ones, but I already know what's going to happen to technically 3 of the 7. So that's 4. That's 4 that I really have to eliminate. So that's not that bad. It's just figuring out how I'm going to do it. Like I said, 2 will be done soon. Within the 40-page mark, they'll be gone. I'm at 35 pages right now on the typical 8.5 or 8 by 11.5, 8.5 by... On the typical standard paper, that's where I'm at right now. But I also have it sized down to a 9 font instead of a 12. And that is mostly because, to me, at least reading it on here, I have paper, reading it on paper is a lot more comfortable for me than something that's this big. It's 9 works. I could have gone with an 8, And it's also because whenever I physically print it out, I don't want to waste a whole bunch of paper. So that's where I'm at right now. I know that Camp Nano where I'm off starts in July, which will be nice because then I will, instead of doing it on my own, go into a virtual cabin this year and try to get it done. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, I like the word sprint, so I'm really excited about it, but my daughter is also home and I have to work around her. So yeah, hopefully, my thought is, by the time that she gets back into school in August, I will be almost done with this book. I think that it will go... I want it to go quickly. Also, don't want to have it go up like this and plateau and then... You know, I want it to not end quickly, but I know that it has to end quickly. I know that I only have 30,000 words, and goodness, with the way that my word sprints have been, that's not going to be very far away. So I'm really excited about the end of this book. I would like to, let's say that I would like to be done with this book by the end of August or September. Now, that being said, I also plan to volunteer more at my daughter's school. So even if I'm bringing note cards to outline a little bit, to figure out what's going to happen next, so that I can write later on during the night. We'll see how it goes, or maybe I'm not there every day. Yeah, maybe I'm not there every day, and I could get it done then while she's at school. I don't really know what the schedule would be. I just know that I would like to participate a little bit more in her school. I didn't at all whenever she went in, but she went in October, at the end of October. So I figured that everybody was already picked. I'm pretty sure that her teacher would have sucked me in if I had asked, and I really didn't want to. So, yeah. So yeah, that's it. Am I setting hard goals for myself for June? No. It's just gonna be the, get it done. Get it going. We still have the 500 words a day, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You're allowed to take a week off. You're allowed to take a couple of days off. If, my birthday's on the 9th, and I plan on bringing my computer, because I'm going to go to a Barnes & Noble for a little bit, or even a Starbucks, and just sit and write. That'll be nice. So, yeah, those are my goals for June. What are your goals for June? If you're not a writer and you watch this, that's awesome, thank you. What are your goals for June? What do you have planned? I know that June, with kids around, there's a lot of summer vacation stuff. So what are you doing for summer vacation? Because boy, I could use some ideas other than driving an hour and a half to Legoland. Actually, we're probably gonna go do the Peppa Pig thing instead of Legoland, because she really wanted to go do that. So I will most definitely be outlining whenever we're there for that, because yeah. It just